Um, so, sorry, just a moment. All right. That's right. We're setting up event type 2 still. Uh, Outcomes. Also addict, I guess. Yeah, sure, fine. So outcomes. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we don't need outro. Yeah, outro's not really a thing anymore. So we can get rid of those. Alright, so then so right, yeah, so for outcomes. ev2.outcomes. So in this oops, yeah, whoops. I meant to the third command is cower. I don't know. With Vim, can you just hit play and have it run in console? Because that's why I use Spider. I don't know if that's why I don't use Vim. Maybe you can do that in Vim, in which case I don't have a specific reason. But that's why I use Spider. Or were you being trollish? Is that what the kappa face is about? I honestly don't understand the usage of kappa. I just, yeah. I never need to understand it. I've never bothered to learn kappa etiquette. Like, what does kappa mean in any given situation? I'm pretty sure one of the connotations is trollishness. Trollishness? Yeah. Alright, so, huh. Yeah, right, okay. So were you being sarcastic? Do you not... I don't know. I've never used Vim before. No, I think I did use Vim briefly. I wasn't blown away by it. Alright, so for event 2, the outcomes are... What are the possible outcomes? Either you hit your ratio or you didn't hit your ratio. Yeah. So, just like true or false, I guess. Outcomes. So true. Can you do that? Can you use like true and false as dictionary entries? Or do they all have to be strings? I don't know. Let's find out. True equals oh. Isn't like isn't Kigwin like plural for corgi or something like that? This is like not at all related to anything. What is corgi plural? No, you don't want to be helpful. Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's right. Sorry, that's what I was reminded of. The plural of corgi is corgwin, which I thought. Uh, just a little bit of trivia. I don't know. I find that amusing. I don't know. Never mind. um, so u2.outcomes true. So the true condition is the one where we hit our ratios, I guess. In which case, do I want? Huh. Maybe I want separate outcomes for 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 the either or. Uh, I don't know why I'm doing so much text. Like maybe I will have a ton of text in this game. Like maybe this will be like very very text based, or maybe I'm just doing it because I don't have the art and I need to convey the messages. Uh, 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 Sigwin. I'm actually happy with my current setup, so I don't really need anything new. But thank you. Uh, yeah, so I guess I actually want. Oh, so maybe I can standardize the. Nah, yeah, no, maybe I guess I probably could standardize the outcomes because it's basically like the at least until I come up with like a new weird event type that doesn't fit the precedent. We can do like the event outcomes can be like win, or like they could correspond to the actions, um, or or I guess there's the fail case where just no one participates. um, Although maybe I'll just make the events run until at least one person has participated. Uh, oh, which one did let me think. Which one did I retweet? Oh, was it the I'm gonna do it on my other computer just because I'm embarrassed. Uh, uh, yeah, which one did I? Is the one where I'm like looking angry at my own game? uh, oh wait. Oh no, I know the one you're talking about. Oh, am I in this photo? Hold on, I can't see from this computer. I have to look closer. I might. Oh, I might be. Yeah, I'm standing next to the photographer. Actually, I'm standing right behind the photographer. So yeah, if that's the photo, then like, picture like 5 feet behind the photo. That's where I was standing. Um, yeah. um, but then wait here. I'll retweet. Well, no. Actually, no. I'll just get the link to it. There's another picture that had me in it though. Where was it? It was I don't know. I liked it enough. It was I thought it came out well enough. I guess I wasn't thoroughly disappointed with it. But I don't know why. For some reason, I look really angry in this picture. Or like I'm looking at my game, and for some reason, I just have like a scowl on my face. I don't know what I was talking about. But apparently, I was like, I don't know. I look annoyed about it or something. I don't know what that's about. But this photo is at the end of the event when we were all showing our demos. It might have been that I get terribly nervous when I'm standing in front of people. I'm not good at public speaking whatsoever. I'm just a bundle of nerves when I do that. So I think I was probably like had my game face on. Are you saying I look like that emoticon? 'Cause I guess that's fair. That emoticon looks displeased. Um, yeah, I think it was just nerves. Like, cause I was talking about. Well, I guess I was talking about some slightly less, some slightly heavy themes when I was giving my demonstration. Because I was talking about how like, I mean, if anyone watched that marathon over the weekend, I talked a lot about what the theme of the jam meant to me, and it was about disguises, and it was about like the disguises that we like put on, like how basically like the way we present ourselves is like a disguise, like not based on like who we are necessarily, but like who we want to be, and how like the disguises that we put on like can change like who we are, but No, I don't know why I look scowly, slightly scowly in that picture. All right, so should I correspond the? I can just do the outcomes to like true, false, and then the individual actions. Um, uh, uh, so uh, sorry, I don't know where my brain went for just a moment. Yeah, that's probably fine, right? Hmm. I guess I'm actually just thinking about like what the project is actually going to be eventually, and it's going to be art for this stuff. And so like, how am I going to want to depict the art? I wonder. Uh, hmm. Yeah, CP1414. You're like you're like expert level at just at like participating in this stream as a whole. I'm thoroughly impressed by your your contributions and your chipper attitude. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Um, so like for like for the event type 3 where like one can succeed while the other might get overdone. Uh, I mean, hypothetically, we want to see like the bridge. Like let's say too many people cross the bridge and not enough people swing across the vines, but some people swing across the vines. So like in that visual, we want to see people swinging across vines, and we want to see people crossing the bridge. But while people are successfully swinging across vines, we kind of want to see the bridge like collapse and fall, and then watch those people like pull themselves out of the river, like all muddied and soaked. Um, so we kind of want those as separate animations, right? Because like in the case that they both succeed, we want to see them successfully swing across vines while successfully walking across the bridge. So I mean, I guess I could just set up like multiple animations for that, but yeah. Sorry, that's where my mind went a second ago when I was just like zoning out. Um, whoa. um, all right, so uh, I guess that yeah, the outcomes could just be like true, and then correspond to the actions, and then false. Uh, but I'd have to set it differently. Yeah, whatever. I'll just set it independently, or on a case by case, on an event by event basis. So true is the case where you successfully divide and conquer. So true. You have saved the city. You've saved the town. Yay. You saved the town. Yay. Uh, and then the outcome ev2 dot outcomes. I guess chase is the one where there's too much chase, not enough fires. Um, so the in this case the the goblins fled. Fled, although the city burned, the town burned. and then so then the outcomes for fires, I guess, would then be it feels weird to define these multiple times, but whatever. This is actually no. This part isn't really temporary, so So I'm just gonna say like action one equals chase action 2 equals huh. Yeah. Alright, well that's funny, I guess. Because I think actually I'll have actions, the dictionary, but then I'll also have action 1, action 2, action 3. And I might not actually have action 3. No, I'll probably have action 3. And it'll just be for comedy. Yeah, so... Alright, so, yeah, action 1, so then EV2 dot action 1 equals, etc., EV2 dot action 2 equals fires, and then, EV2 dot action 3 equals cower. So then, yeah, I don't have to, in case I want to change these, I only have to change them in one place. I don't have to change them again and again and again. 2, 3, oops, no, not there. 1, 2 equals so yeah, action 2 is fires, the fires are extinguished but for how long? I misspelled town. Alright, so then actions. So yeah, the third action will just be there for humor value, I guess. Technically it can win. And if action 3 is the most common action, then basically nothing happens. That's just basically just something comedic happens. And yeah. And then so okay, yeah. How oh, sorry, I was just looking at the thing Light Up Man posted, and Oh, is that what the whole ping pong thing is about? Because I I saw other people were doing something similar, but I assumed that they were just like being weird. But I also haven't had that problem before, so like I never bothered implementing anything along those lines, and it's always just worked. So yeah, I wasn't sure what that was about. I saw other people doing it. So what's an example of like the Pong thing? Python, Twitch, chatbot. Yeah, so wait, yeah. I assume it's like it's this thing that he's talking about. Hmm. Have I ever? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I guess if I ever get a similar sort of error, I'll have to add that in. But yeah, so far we've actually been doing all right. Alright, so yeah, right. Uh, so, if cowering wins, then it's safe to, or it's over. It's over. You can come out. So there's not really like a fail case in this one. It's either because the individual actions are kind of the fail cases. So if action 1 or 2 quote unquote wins, then so on and so forth. I think actually fail case 3, like these are going to be like visually animated, so like ideally, like the plan at least is that these will be like have like a visual representation on stream, and so the case that that cowering wins, I think like this will actually be treated not as a separate case really. Like this will be the text that gets printed, but I think the score calculation will actually still be done as if that were not the case. So, because for example, like if even if cowering wins, like you still either hit a ratio or you didn't hit a ratio here. So, oh, and 0 and 0 don't count as winning. Well, no, actually that's fine, because if 0 and 0, then no one gets any points anyways, because no one chose those options. Yeah. So I think we have everything we need in order to actually execute event 2 as it could be. I kind of want to set up the data for like one of the other events before that, but I also kind of want to move this onto a separate page so that way it doesn't just like crump up everything we have going on here, probably. So what should I do there? What should I do in that regard? So I might just leave it here for now. It's not that long. It'll get a lot longer. And then I'll start worrying about it. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna whatever. And then I just replace all these with EV3. think I might go to a thing later tonight. There's like a thing in the area for like the local game dev scene, and I was on the fence about going, but I don't know. I'm kind of happy with what I'm happy enough, I think, with what we accomplished today that I might actually try and make it to that thing. Like if I had gotten nothing done today, if I had just gotten like hung up on like error after error after error, then I probably would just work through the evening. But I think once I get this up and running, I'm probably gonna head to that thing, maybe. I love that there's now like a channel in Twitch for game dev, because there's, I don't know, it just seems like, I mean, maybe it's just a coincidence or an unrelated thing, but it just seems like there are a lot, like at this point, like there's almost always at least like one good game dev streamer online, it seems like. I was gonna look at who's online right now, but my other computer does not feel like being particularly useful in that regard. Fine, let's look for it here. I can't tell. Yeah, look at all these people that are online right now. Look at all these people. All these wonderful streamers. I'm not even familiar with a lot of these. I'm just finding them, like new ones, like constantly, so, yeah. I don't know, I assume, Alright, so, sorry, random thoughts. Alright, so this is the bridge one. So the, cross, swing, or, maybe I'll just put cower as the cower will just always be the third action. So you encounter a perilous bridge. Will you cross? Will you cross it? Whatever. Will you cross it? Swing across vines or cower in fear. And so then the outcomes are you have you have saved the town. You have forded the river. Is that fjord? Is that like a real word? Fjord. What's the? No, what's the? Isn't there? What's the term for? Whatever. You've crossed the river. You crossed the river. Yay. So in this case, action one means action one means too many people crossed the bridge, so the bridge broke. The bridge broke. Hey, let it, man. The bridge broke. I'm trying to convey this as a message so that the people who took the bridge realize that, whoops, but the people who took the vines realize that everything's fine. So, bridge broke, but you crossed anyways. But you made it to the other side. The bridge broke, some got wet, but you made it to the other side. And then so, yeah, same deal for vines. The vine snapped. Some got wet. Rid broke. Some adventurers got wet. But you made it to the other side. It's over, you can come out now. Doesn't make as much sense. It's safe, you can come out now, I guess. It's safe, you can stop cowering. It's safe now, you can stop cowering. Alright, so... Oh yeah, and so what's the threshold? So this threshold is the same, right? If actually no, I guess this is a little different, because this is the case that one got too many votes, or like too many people chose one option. So for this we could go instead. We could say like 7 is the threshold, and so they can't both fail, but like if either one gets 70% or more of the vote, then it'll be the negative outcome for that particular one. Whereas otherwise it works great. So yeah, what else? All right, so now we have event types 2 and 3. 0 is easy. 0 is an event type where it really doesn't matter what you choose. It's just like follow your heart. No, I was thinking like, well, no, I was gonna say like we could hit a crossroads and like let people choose which way to go, but I don't want the party to split up, and so like the party can't really split up because it's just a single chat room and everyone's in it. So I don't want to give like the impression that that party could. I just want to make the game about other things instead. So like I could just do like a peaceable one, or like you come to like a peaceful meadow or something, and like your options are like pick flowers or or like chase deer or like and then everybody wins. I kind of like that idea. I mean, it's dumb. I like how dumb it is, I guess. And so yeah. So event. Oh yeah, this is event 0. EV0. Placing stuff, the other stuff, look at stuff, go, do. Oh wait, oh, whoops, derps. Well, it's a good thing I caught that, because it would have taken me a while to figure out what the heck was going on. Maybe, it might have. Probably would have taken me a while to figure out what the heck was going on in that case. Alright, cool. So save that. Alright, except now, flowers, deer, or cower in fear. Yeah. Oh, and for this one, there's no true outcome. It's just whatever outcomes. Actually, I, I guess we only actually need one outcome for this, so maybe there's only the true outcome. Or nah. Yeah, no, we can in this case, like, if most people pick flowers, then the outcome will show flowers. So yeah, I think we'll do. um, and actually, in this case, I guess cower will will probably be a valid option. Like, you'll actually get points for cowering in fear in this case. Not many points, but you know. Yeah, maybe you'll get 1 point for cowering in fear, or you get 2 points for anything else. Yes, that's true. Oh yeah, yeah. I would have mentioned that, but yeah, you need an OAuth token. Twitch apps, I think it is. You can get one from. Yeah, the OAuth generator on this site should be able to get you one. So right, so flowers, deer, or cower. You come to a peaceful meadow. Will you pick flowers? Frolic with deer. Or I guess frolic is the. Or cower in fear. So yeah, frolic I guess is actually the command. Yeah. Just in case. Just in case of this other stuff, I'm going to use this format instead. Because otherwise, if the, like, with this case, the frolic, not deer with deer. Yeah, and if I use these strings, then the worst thing that'll happen is the sentences will come out sounding weird because plus the sentences will come out weird because I used the wrong word, or I didn't model the sentences correctly. But if I don't do these, then I might accidentally not reveal the valid command. And I want to make sure the valid command is revealed. And I'll just have to make sure that the sentences make sense. But this is also just the text-based version, so for the visual version, I'll have to do something very different anyways. Once I get the text-based version up and running, I should probably start working on the visual version, because like there are a lot of things. There are like a lot of subtle things that can go very differently when you just switch like relatively like slight things, like when you just like shift how your project is set up. So I don't know how the game will feel supremely different that way, but I know it will. So yeah, just so like the way this will probably work. Oh yeah, all right. So yeah, the way this will probably work is that right. So there'll be like, so for each of these like events, there'll be like, okay. So let's say the peaceful meadow. When the event begins, like it'll show on screen like an image of the peaceful meadow for like, I don't know, let's say like 10 seconds or so. Then for the rest of then for the rest of the duration of the event, it will cycle between all of the possible options. So it'll say like it'll say exclamation point flowers, and it'll show, adventurers picking flowers and like whatnot, and then it'll go to exclamation point frolic, and it'll show characters frolicking with deer, and then it'll go to exclamation point cower, and it'll show like one of the characters cowering in fear, uh, and and then it'll cycle through those intermittently. I might not want only the actions to get cycled through, um, because for one thing, I think we want to give stats about. Oh yeah, maybe we will just keep cycling through, and we can, each time we cycle through, we'll depict roughly the number of adventurers like doing each of the given options. Um, like we can yeah, whenever it shows flowers, we can show like roughly how many adventurers have chosen that option, and it won't be like a literal like exact numerical thing. It'll just be like a rough approximation sort of things, because like I want this to be able to scale up so that if it were used in a stream with like hundreds of thousands of viewers, I don't know if streams actually get that high, but like tens of thousands of viewers, like you can't literally show like tens of thousands of little adventures on frame, but like you can show that like flowers has lots of people, and you can show that frolicking has very few people. So yeah, so wherever it says password, it actually means OAuth token. Um, all right, well that's an important step, uh, if not the only step. Um, so like the reason I was going to help you out earlier, uh, when you have a solution that works, you don't have. I wasn't saying like here use this. I was saying like here's a working reference. Anything you encounter that doesn't work, you can immediately just compare it to what does work, and from that figure out exactly what to do. That's exactly the best way to learn. For me personally, when I approach something, that's literally the best way for me to learn. So I don't know what like crazy superhero like survivalist like barbarian development process you're using, but yeah, I'm still offering that. So once I wrap up the stream, I can do that for you. But I I was literally offering you all of the answers, literally. Um, all right, so oh wait, I was gonna update these actions. Chase. So quotes plus etc. plus quotes. Quotes plus etc. except with 2 plus quotes. Sorry, the little cower and fear thing just cracks me up. Plus. Oh, did I change the number? 3. Quotes plus quotes. Quotes plus this except 2 plus quotes. This plus oops 3. I forgot to do quotes in the plus. Quotes plus yeah. All right. So then oh wait, we still haven't finished. All right. So will you pick flowers? Will you frolic with deer or cower in fear? So action 1. So many lovely bouquets were made. Bouquets. Is that how you spell bouquets? Maybe. Were made. I kind of have to use the passive voice here because this is just representing what the majority did. It doesn't necessarily represent what a given user did. Uh, um, uh, the deer continued to dance happily, merrily. No, that sounds too much like Christmas. Happily. And then the struggle is real. Alright. So yeah, I still want to come up with an event type 1. Oh yeah, this is event type 0, and we don't really need a threshold for this, so we can just ignore threshold. Everything else I think is legit though. Alright, so this shouldn't be that hard to come up with. What is an example of a thing that has so it's a challenge that has two possible solutions, but which kind of work against each other. I mean, I could just go with like the obvious one, like a giant boulder is blocking the path. Push it to the left or push it to the right, or cower in fear. But I don't know. If you want, I can set up some of this stuff while I'm thinking. Oh, and then, right, these ones too. Alright. So, wait, what's wrong with this one? Oh, EV2, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. They switched over. Alright, so... Alright, if nothing immediately comes to mind, I'm just gonna go with the boulder. Because whatever, it works. So... Sorry, yeah, alright, nothing's coming to mind. Whatever, I don't care. Left, right. Because this, I just like this one because it very clearly demonstrates like how you have to be working together, or how you, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. So it wins if 70% of people did choose the correct, or choose the good option. So in this one, we have like, it's not really true. It's actually false. False is the case where we like lose. Oh, and I guess like, yeah. I mean, I guess we could think of it either way. It could be like, yeah. The reason I had to, for this one, for event type 3, the reason we had to do threshold as 70% instead of 20% is that technically you can, even if people people can, even if no one chooses to cross the bridge and everyone chooses to swing across the vines, basically, you still don't necessarily fail if 30% of people, or if more than 30% of people chose to cower, then technically everyone else can swing or cross the bridge and everyone still succeeds. This is a different case because in this case, yeah, actually no, I guess in this case we can go with point 2 because in this case we only have to ensure that like 20% more people are doing one thing than the other, and then the other people eventually just like I don't know, get crushed to death. Not really, but like, I mean, essentially, like they're pushing on the side of the rock that isn't going to do anything. And then I guess the false case just has to be like the boulder eventually crumbles, and like just people don't get as many points that way. So false, yeah, the boulder. Boulder. Oh gosh, what's wrong with my typing? The boulder eventually crumbles. Oh, I didn't update the intro text. So after hours of after hours and hours, the boulder eventually crumbles. Alright. A giant boulder blocks the the path. It just super blocks the path. Yo. Will you push it left, push it to the left, of the path, push it to the right, or cower in fear. Yeah. Alright. So after hours and hours, the boulder eventually crumbles. That's if we were pushing it from both sides. So then, if you successfully push it left, then the boulder topples cleanly into a ravine. The boulder rests easily. Oops, topples. Is that how you spell topples? Is topples a word? Topples is a word, right? Define topples. Yeah, topples is a word. It's just a funny word, I guess. The boulder comes to rest. The boulder slides easily against an old tree. Yay. Phew, that was close. I don't know. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, so... I mean, I guess, yeah, for all of these, the actions are... Oh, wait, no, for this one, I said cower actually gets you a point. And I guess I'll just say flowers or deer get you 2 points. No, I won't get political with this one. Picking flowers, frolicking with deer, and cowering in fear all get you the same amount of points. Those are all equally valid options in this case. I know I said I was going to get this up and running, but I might hit a slightly earlier stopping point. How long have I been up? How long have I been online today? I don't even remember what time I got started. I think it was around like 2:30 or so. I haven't been streaming much yet this week. This is the first day since Sunday that I streamed. Although admittedly, I did stream quite a bit on Sunday, considering I was streaming from midnight until 5 o'clock, or like 4:30. Uh, yeah, I think I'm probably going to reach a stopping point in the near future. So yeah, we set up. Oh, we actually left the project in an unrunnable state. So surprise! Me working on this project tomorrow. That's gonna be fun to figure out. Um, hmm. Yeah, so I'm probably yeah, thank you everyone who tuned in. I will light up man before I go. I'm not gonna do it on stream, but like right before I leave, I will I will I'll send over that thing because yeah, like I get what you mean about like you don't want to just like use someone else's solution. Like the fun is like actually coming up with your own solution. And like the whole point is like coming up with your own solution. But it's also nice like I mean it's why in a textbook they print the answers in the back of the book because like if you literally can't come up with your own solution, like sometimes it's nice to sometimes you learn a lot more just from seeing what is the what does work and then working backwards from there. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'll send that out just promptly. I guess I'm actually not familiar with these other streamers, so I'm probably gonna kick it over to Siege Games. He's always good. Let's be honest. He's just a good streamer. So I'm gonna kick it his way. Thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you. Oh yeah, if you liked anything you saw, then there's a follow button down underneath my picture. Feel free to click that and then you get to know when I'm online. I'm trying to be online a lot. Like my schedule got a little wonky, but I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna hope to finish out this week strong at least. So, yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I appreciate the follows. I appreciate your viewership and your support. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. So I frankly I'm just glad to be doing this. So yeah, I'll kick it over to Jason. And will hopefully see you guys. Oops, I don't remember how to spell Siege Games. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. So until next time, have a wonderful, however long that is. Good night, Internet. Did I do that right? I hit host. Yeah, alright, it flipped over. Cool. Alright. Yay, done.